Within the service sector of the economy, tourism and travel are important industries. Today's programme includes a visit to a luxury hotel in the heart of England. You'll see two people at the travel agency making a reservation for their package holiday. The manager of the hotel tells us about the organisation that makes everything run smoothly. When you get your tickets, there's an itinerary that explains the travel arrangements. And Troubleshooter makes a successful job of sorting out a zoo with a little help from a friend. Seven miles from Stratford-upon-Avon, in the heart of Shakespeare country, Ettington Park is a luxury country hotel. Kevin Poulter, the general manager, talks about the tourist industry.
Tourism is an important sector of the country's economy. It accounts for 25% of the United Kingdom's total exports of services and is an important earner of foreign currency. Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet for the tourist industry. Visitors come for a number of reasons, particularly the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, the 5 Shakespearean properties including Anne Hathaway's cottage and Shakespeare's birthplace, together with Warwick Castle and the Cotswolds. Tourism is a service industry. Here at Ettington Park we provide services not just for tourists but for businesses. We offer conference facilities, activity days and corporate team building programs and special packages tailored for companies' needs. We are in fact part of a chain, and that means although the hotel has its own very individual character, we are in fact part of a group which has hotels all over Britain.
It is advisable to book dinner. We do get very busy.
Sheila Smith is the reservations manager at Ettington Park.
And that will be in the Oak Room.
The business at the hotel is divided between corporate and individuals, and my role is to look after the reservations for the individual guests. Every year we draw up a budget, and it sets targets in terms of room occupancy. In other words, we set a target for the number of visitors that we hope to attract. Although I'm not responsible for setting the budget, I am involved as part of the team in the discussions that go ahead. How did you hear of Ettington Park? We aim to attract a variety of visitors, especially overseas visitors, including visitors from the United States, Japan, Europe, a lot from Germany. Although we have a large number of overseas visitors, most of our guests come from the United Kingdom. There are a number of hotels in the area, and we compete fiercely against each other. And when I get an inquiry, you have to be quick off the mark in order to get the reservation, which is what we try to do.
What date are you looking for?
Many people coming here are coming here for a special occasion. It may be a birthday or a wedding anniversary. And they're buying a dream, a complete experience. My job is to make sure that everything during their stay is absolutely perfect, so that they will go away and recommend us to their friends.
Now let's look at some of that again. First, focus on facts. What is Sheila Smith's role as reservations manager?
My role is to look after the reservations for the individual guests.
She looks after the reservations for the individual guests. Next, focus on vocabulary. What kind of industry is tourism?
Tourism is a service industry.
It's a service industry.
We are in fact part of a chain.
The hotel is part of a chain. That means a group of hotels. Next, let's look at language forms using although concessive clauses.
And that means although the hotel has its own very individual character, we are in fact part of a group.
Although the hotel has its own very individual character, It is, in fact, part of a group. And listen to Sheila as she talks about the budget, the financial plans for the hotel.
Although I'm not responsible for setting the budget, I am involved as part of the team.
Although she is not responsible for setting the budget, she is involved as part of the team. And finally, wordplay. What does Kevin say about Stratford-upon-Avon and the tourist industry?
Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet for the tourist industry.
Stratford-upon-Avon acts like a magnet. In other words, it attracts tourists strongly. Listen to the expression Sheila uses about getting reservations.
You have to be quick off the mark in order to get the reservation.
Like a runner at the start of a race, you have to be quick off the mark. Chris Olga is food and beverage manager at the hotel. Beverage is another word for drinks. So what does his job involve?
I'm responsible for purchasing and stores. As far as buying of the wines, I operate within the group's policy. We buy from nominated suppliers in order to benefit from the economies of scale. However, we can purchase from local wine merchants for the more specialist and local wines. The chef is responsible for the menu planning here at the hotel, and he has won some prestigious awards, and he's been with us since 1990. When there's a conference to cater for, I work very closely with the conference team. I need to know the special dietary requirements. The most common are vegetarians.
David Golly is learning to be a barman. He's a trainee.
I'm actually training, so I'm actually learning how to socialise and experience with these customers we have here at Ettington Park. With pre-dinner drinks, we sit them down, we offer them the menus and we give them pre-dinner drinks, and then we show them through to the Oak Room restaurant, and then afterwards, after they dine, we come back here for coffee and offer them liqueurs and port. My favourite thing about the job is that I'm still training, and hopefully I like to become a general manager in a hotel similar to this one.
Now, let's focus in on some of that. First, focus on facts. What are Chris's responsibilities?
I'm responsible for purchasing and stores.
He's responsible for purchasing, in other words, buying, and stores, the goods he keeps in stock. Next, some vocabulary about buying wine.
We buy from nominated suppliers in order to benefit from the economies of scale.
They buy from nominated suppliers, that is, suppliers chosen by the group, in order to benefit from economies of scale. Economies of scale here means buying in large quantities. Chris needs to know about the special needs of his guests where food is concerned.
I need to know the special dietary requirements.
Their special dietary requirements.
The most common are vegetarians.
Vegetarians are the most common.
When there's a conference to cater for, I work very closely with the conference team.
To cater for means to provide for or to look after. It's a very common phrasal verb. Now, focus on language forms with direct and indirect objects. David is training at the moment, and he's learning how to look after the guests. What does he have to do?
We offer them the menus.
We offer them the menus.
And we give them pre-dinner drinks.
We give them pre-dinner drinks.
And offer them liqueurs and port.
And we offer them liqueurs and port. If you want to book a package holiday, why not call in at the travel agency for some brochures to help you make your decision? That's what these two young people did, and now they've come back to make a reservation.
So you took some brochures away last week. Have you now decided on a holiday that you both like?
We've finally made up our minds. We've decided on Tenerife in early September.
Have you decided on a hotel with meal arrangements, or are you going self-catering in an apartment?
We've decided to go for a hotel.
With meal arrangements. It's my holiday as well.
Right, let me take some details then. The surname is?
Jones.
Right, Mr. Jones. And your initial?
Is L.
And Mrs. Jones?
Is H.
And which date did you want to travel out?
2nd of September, please.
Right. And how long for? 7 or 14 nights?
We want to go for a fortnight.
14 nights duration. Which airport would you like to travel from?
I'd like to fly from Gatwick, if possible.
Now, if Gatwick's not available, would you consider our other local airport, Stansted?
Well, I suppose we could.
So Gatwick, preferably, if not Stansted. And which hotel did you have in mind?
We decided on the Jason Beach Hotel. What do you think?
Let me have a look. Well, it looks very nice. Excellent location, set round by the bay.
Let's have a close-up on some of that. First, focus on fact.
Had a look through.
Where have they decided to go for their holiday, and when?
We've finally made up our minds. We've decided on Tenerife in early September.
Right.
They've decided on Tenerife in early September. Next, some vocabulary. Where will they stay on holiday?
Have you decided on a hotel with meal arrangements, or are you going self-catering in an apartment?
A hotel with meal arrangements, or self-catering. That means looking after yourself and providing your own meals. And how long do they want to go for?
We want to go for a fortnight.
A fortnight is 2 weeks. Next, focus on language forms. Because she wants to be polite and courteous, Christine uses the past tense when asking questions.
And which hotel did you have in mind?
Which hotel did you have in mind? Listen as Christine asks more questions.
And did you want a room with a sea view?
Does it cost extra?
There is a supplement for a sea view, but for £1 a day, just think you have the privacy of sitting on your balcony looking out to sea.
It's worth it, isn't it?
Yes, we'll have a sea view.
And did you want full board or half board? Half board is breakfast and evening meal.
Half board.
Right, let me just check the availability for you. Right, we have availability at the Jason Beach Hotel for 14 nights. You're lucky there's a double room available with sea view. It doesn't have a bath, it has a shower. Is that all right?
What do you think? OK? Yes, we'll go for it.
Good. We'll just do a full costing then. Right, so we have a basic cost for each adult of £524, and then your sea view supplement, which is £1 a night, making £14 per person. Total cost is £1,076. Then there's your insurance on top of £37.95 per person. Shall we go ahead and book that?
Yes, go ahead.